Hello there.
Well, hello, beautiful.
Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to an exciting episode of Fandom Fights. We got a debut singles match for you here, and it's one that I am quite excited for. Dylan, we have two people. We have Brian Nussbaum. Brian's brand new to the trivia realm, at least I think this year, if not last year. I think he played in some Melee matches. But this year, completely new to Fandom. He's playing on a team, and now he's here to debut in singles. And he's going up against the biggest surprise of perhaps the past month when randomly Joseph Olivas commented on the post saying, you know what, I'll play some Fandom. Obviously a decorated Melee former champion, singles and teams. I'm interested to see. We've seen people make the transition before. It's definitely possible, but I think Brian showed a lot of promise in his teams match. Dylan is here on the desk with me. Dylan, how are you doing? And are you excited for this match?
I'm doing very well, and yeah, I'm very excited for this one. Yeah, you said it. Definitely very weird timing for Joseph to make his debut in Fandom, considering like he's been away from just multiplex in general for a while now, and then for him to come back and be like, I want to play Fandom. It's really interesting. I don't know. Maybe that shows that he's got something up his sleeve with the new categories or something. Very interested to see how that plays out. And Brian, yeah, I know from just hosting over at Melee and seeing him play there that he has a lot of strengths that I know I would probably carry over very well to Fandom over here, like certain categories I could see. So yeah, I'm very interested to see how he plays as well. I think it's going to be an interesting test for both competitors.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see it. Let's see what the players have to say in the promos.
Hello, everyone. I am here in Fandom for the first time. I will probably crash and burn, but that's okay because I want the experience of having played Fandom just for fun. Good luck, Brian.
Hey, it's me, Brian, here to make my debut single-wise in Fandom, playing in teams before the season, and we'll see how it goes tonight. I hear Joseph is a robot. I like robots, R2-D2, C3PO, and see how it shows up tonight. It could be a Dave versus Goliath situation. And good luck to you, Joseph.
Dylan, I'd say rather cordial. Brian makes an excellent point. Joseph has been called a robot in the past, but we don't often think of the nice robots with like the R2s with the personality and whatnot. And I like that description a lot better. Dylan, final thoughts before we get started?
Yeah, interesting promos. Joseph, I like the attitude from him coming in. He's just here to have a good time. And Brian showing some good Star Trek knowledge with those droid references. Good stuff.
Indeed. Let's get into round number one. Round number one is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions in the round of Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we'll say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece, and should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number one, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number one?
May the best person win.
Fantastic. Then, Dylan, would you kick us off?
Sure thing. So your first question will come in the category of James Bond. Which Pierce Brosnan Bond girl is an heiress to an oil company and winds up being the main villain?
We just need first name.
Man, if that's the question that I get tripped up on, it's going to be a long night.
It's a bit of a Pierce Brosnan Bond. It's not a thing you could say multiple times fast very easily, I think.
Thank
Eris,
you. You're very kind.
That's a trippy one. It's got an H in it for some reason. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Brian.
I might be wrong. I put a honey wire.
We'll go to Joseph.
Serena.
Both, unfortunately, incorrect. We're looking for Electra. Electra King was the
Jeff, I
correct
thought it was
answer.
a Jake Bond. I didn't know that.
But we will move to the next question, which comes to the category of Disney animation. In Meet the Robinsons' butler, Lefty, is what kind of animal? You ever met a Robinson?
No, not in my life. Have you?
Not.
It sounds like you have story.
I do. I knew a Kamel Robinson.
Mm.
I've never met Craig, but
Fan of his work.
seems like a cool guy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Joseph.
I'm worried I'm second guessing myself. Octopus.
And Brian.
Underrated movie, Octopus.
Octopus is correct. We are tied 1-1. What's next, Dylan?
Next category is DC. Who plays the titular Catwoman in Catwoman?
That's one of those times Tim would be like, what if I said in Meet the Robinsons?
Ah, yes.
Catwoman. Met any Catwoman? Have you met any cats?
Yes, I have met a cat.
Women?
Once or twice.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Brian.
Halle Berry.
We'll go to Joseph.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry is correct. Still tied 2-2 as we get to the next question, which comes in the category of epic adventures. Your question is, what nickname does Indy's son go by in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? This one's bad, I hear.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean,
It's tough.
fun memories of seeing it when I was a kid, but
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
why I like the Fox and the Hound and stuff. 5,
yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Joseph.
I've never hated this movie. Mutt.
And Brian.
The center just wants to just do it, but
Mutt is correct. What's next, Dylan?
Your next question will come in the category of Marvel. Which Marvel film features a MacGuffin called The Light of Zartha?
Dylan,
No.
if I told you that these 3 things were present at this match, ready? Joseph Olivas,
Uh-huh.
MacGuffin, and Brian. But
I'm
then
shocked.
because Brian Michaels wasn't here, wouldn't you? You'd be shocked.
I'd be absolutely just
Yeah.
gobsmacked, to be honest. I was going to make the same exact joke, though, so you
Damn.
stole it from me.
Sorry. Apologies.
No, that's fine.
But
Hosting
I'm
is a
glad I got
race.
out there. Just got the words getting out. 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to, I think, Joseph.
I said Ghost Rider.
And Brian.
well, the movie Men in Black 2?
Men in Black 2 is the correct answer. So Brian will take the first lead of the match. It's 4-3. As we get to the next question, which comes in the category of the Wizarding World. What is the name of the group Harry forms and secretly teaches magic to in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix?
This category is the bane of my existence.
Yeah, I thought that the previous question you might have more recent tiffs with that franchise.
Yes. Yeah, that too.
That's fair.
There's a lot of banes of my existence, I
4,
guess, in fandom.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Brian.
Dumbledore's Army?
And Joseph.
Dumbledore's Army.
Dumbledore's Army is correct. Keeping pace. What's the next question? Dylan.
So your next question will come in the category of Law and Order.
Dum-dum.
In what U.S. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh, I see what you
In what U.S. state is Wonderworld located in Beverly Hills Cop 3? Yeah, I really thought that was about to say in Wonder Woman, and I was like,
Oh, that's where you got. I thought I put too many ins.
no.
But yeah,
I just didn't read far enough ahead. I was
Let's
like, what?
what state is Wonder Woman in? Let's cop 5. Epic crossover. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Joseph.
Florida?
And Brian.
California?
California is the correct answer.
Oh, wow.
Brian will like the lead at
Good
6-4.
guess.
As we get to the next question, which comes in the category of horror icons. Jason first dons his iconic hockey mask in which Friday the 13th film?
Now, this category is very much not the bane of my existence in
Yeah,
fandom.
fair. The bane of most other people's.
Yeah. There was a
Yeah,
long
you would-
time, though, where I just couldn't hit a round one question in it to save my life. And it made me very sad.
Fair. Why do you like things that disturb other people?
It's a very good question.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Brian.
I put the original Friday the 13th. the 80s.
And Joseph.
Friday the 13th, part 3.
Part 3 is the correct answer. So Joseph will lessen the gap there. It's now 6-5. What's the penultimate question, Dylan?
It will be in the category of American Spies. Who plays Outcome Agent Number 3, who is blown up in his cabin in The Bourne Legacy?
Do you like these films? This series of films?
I like the ones I like the first 3. This is the ones I've seen. I kind of stopped from there because I heard the rest were eh.
I don't even like those ones. I was so
Damn.
I was
bored.
fan of this franchise.
That's rough.
I thought I would. I was getting like when I watched them for the first time, I was like getting ready, and then I was just like, sleepy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Brian
I agree with you, Nick. I love the series. I put Oscar Isaac.
and Joseph.
I actually like this movie, except for the ending. Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac is correct. Point apiece. 7-6. As we get to the final question, which comes in the category of Star Wars. Whose memory is uploaded to the Falcon's database in Solo, a Star Wars story? I have thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't want to share them.
Are they positive or negative?
I'd say they're rather neutral.
Neutral?
Yeah. Do you
I
have
don't know where
thoughts?
to go with. Sometimes. Sometimes I have thoughts.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Joseph
This is wrong. I said R2D2.
and Brian.
I put our droid C-3PO.
Both unfortunately incorrect. We're looking for the other droid, L3.
Okay.
Everyone's favorite droid.
Yeah, L3. All right, we're gonna move it to round number 2. I have the score at 7-6. Brian in the lead. Is that what you have, Dylan?
That is what I have, yep.
Great, then we're going to move into round number 2. Here's how round number 2 is going to work. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you like check down to multiple choice, at which point it'll only be worth 1, but be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Your categories on the wheel today are Disney Animation, Creature Features, Pixar, Mixed Bag, Epic Adventures, Star Trek, Wizarding World, and Star Wars. With that being said, Brian, you're in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Joseph?
I will defer, please.
You got it. Joseph, this will be your first spin, and I'd like to point out that I accidentally just wrote the word mixed instead of mixed bag. Lands on Pixar. Joseph, would you like to keep it or spin again?
I will keep it, please.
You got it. All right. Dylan,
Okay.
do you want to give Joseph the questions in mixed bag? Or I'm sorry, not in mixed bag. You can give the Pixar. 'Cause they're
Sure.
there now.
Yeah, I found them. Okay, we're good. Joseph, your first question in the category of Pixar. Which Pixar film features a wedding, a raft made from a human, and a cat named Squeaker?
Five, 4, 3.
Multiple
2.
choices.
All right. Your options are A, The Incredibles, B, Monsters University, C, Turning Red, or D. Luca?
The Incredibles.
That is correct for 1 point. Your next question. Who voices 22 in Soul?
Tina Fey.
That is correct for 2 points. And your next question. In Coco, what specifically is Miguel sent to Mariachi Plaza to do by his grandmother?
Multiple choice, please.
All right, your options are A, destroy a guitar, B, sell fruit, C, clean shoes, or D, collect newspapers.
Four, three, two, one.
Repeat the options, please.
All right.
All right, so your options again are A, destroy a guitar, B, sell fruit, C, clean shoes, or D, collect newspapers.
Five, four, three, two, one.
B as in boy.
It's unfortunately incorrect. So, Brian, for the 1 point steal, is it A, destroy a guitar, B, sell fruit, C, clean shoes, or D, collect newspapers?
Since the family has shoes business, I'll go with clean shoes.
That is correct for the 1 point steal. All right, so your penultimate question in this category, Joseph. Who comes up with the idea for Riley to run away in Inside Out?
Anger.
That is correct for 2 points. So now your final question in this category. Buzz first fights Zurg in the real world while on top of what in Toy Story 2?
Five, four, three, two, one.
An elevator.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right, Dylan. At the end of Joseph's round two, I have him getting his score up to 13. Brian with the steal is at 8. Is that what you have?
That is what I have yet.
Great. Then we'll bring back in the wheel. And Brian, this will be your first spin.
Your sound is a little choppy, but
Brian lands on creature features. Let's keep it or
I will spin again, please.
You got it. This is your second spin. Lands on Star Trek.
Okay.
All right. All right, Brian, I'll be giving you your questions in the category of Star Trek. Are you prepared for them?
Sure.
You got it. Which Star Trek film features characters being beamed back to a ship while falling through the air?
Star Trek Into Darkness?
That is incorrect. Joseph, chance for the 2 point steal.
Star Trek 09?
That is correct for the 2 point steal. All right, Brian, your second question. Who plays John Harrison in Star Trek Into Darkness?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, Brian, your third question. In Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, in order to find the assassins, the crew is looking for blood-stained uniforms and what other items?
I'll go multiple on this one.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, gloves, B, boots, C, blaster holsters, or D, helmets?
B is in boy.
B, boots, is correct for 1 point. All right, Brian, your penultimate question. What is the last name of Kirk's son David in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan?
I'll go multiple, please.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, Marcus, B, Carol, C, Wright, or D, Tiberius?
D is a dog.
That is incorrect. Joseph, chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A, Marcus, B, Carol, C, Wright, or D, Tiberius.
Marcus?
Marcus is correct for the 1 point steal. And Brian, your final question. What rank does Dougherty, the Starfleet officer working with Ruafo, have in Star Trek Insurrection?
Multiple choice, please.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, Captain, B, Admiral, C, Lieutenant, and D, Corporal?
Can I use a repeat for the question? It's multiple choice.
The whole question or just the option?
Everything. The multiple choice is the
Everything.
question.
Yep. So, Brian, that's your first repeat. The question again. What rank does Dougherty, the Starfleet officer working with Ruafo, have in Star Trek Insurrection? And your options are A, Captain, B, Admiral, C, Lieutenant, or D, Corporal.
I'll go D is a dog.
That is incorrect. Joseph, chance for the 1 point steal. Your options are A, Captain, B, Admiral, C, Lieutenant, D, Corporal.
Captain.
Captain is also incorrect. We were looking for
Captain?
B, Admiral.
Am I Captain?
We heard you, Joseph. Yep.
You're in and out a little bit for your collection.
Admiral was the correct answer. So after that, I have it where Dylan, I have Joseph in the lead 16 to Brian's 11. Is that what you have?
That is what I have. Yep.
Great. Then we'll move on to round number 3. Here's how round number 3 is going to work. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the realm of fandom fights. Once the players hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 3?
Nope.
All right, then. First category you can bet points on is Star Wars. We'll get bets starting with Brian.
1.
And Joseph.
1 point.
Cut. Joseph, I think you should try leaving and coming back. All right, your question in the category of Star Wars is as follows. Who plays Ben Kenobi in Star Wars: A New Hope?
So would you like to share those neutral thoughts on Star Wars? Or?
It wasn't about the film itself. I don't love that film, but it was more the fact that we were talking about several droids prior to before we started, and I was like, well, this is awkward. Yeah.
By the way, I was joking when I said they're from Star Trek.
5, 4.
I know my knowledge in fandom isn't great.
1. Pens down. We'll go to Brian.
Hello there, Alec Guinness.
And Joseph.
Alec Guinness.
Alec Guinness is correct. 1 point to each player. The score is 17-12. Dylan, what is the next category they can bet points on?
Your next category is Epic Adventures.
Well, let's get bets, starting with Joseph.
2 points.
All right, and Brian.
I'm going to say for 0.
All right. The question will come to you from Dylan.
All right, so your question in Epic Adventures. In The Curse of the Black Pearl, Will Turner is an apprentice to a man with what profession?
Dylan, I do believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if Joseph hits this, I believe that is the match.
You are correct, yes.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. It's been a while since I've done math, but
Well, it's only be no math.
It's good to keep on toes there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Start with Brian, who bet 0.
I should bet points with Blacksmith.
And Joseph.
Blacksmith.
And your winner, Joseph Olivas, Blacksmith, was indeed the correct answer, and that will bring us to the end of the match. Dylan, quick thoughts on the match we just saw.
Yeah, great performance by Joseph coming back from a deficit in round one. Honestly, with round one, I believe there was a point where Brian was up by 2 points, and I was like, wow, he's got Joseph on his toes here. And then he got the steal in round two. I mean, yeah, he played a really strong game. It was just, I think it came down to a bad wheel spin in round two, like Star Trek. It's one of those core geek categories that has been spun many times, been around forever. Not a lot of people consider it like their specialty. So it was a rough spin for him there. But yeah, I think he put up a very solid performance today here. But yeah, more power to Joseph. He was able to get the victory.
Couldn't agree more. Let's see how the players are feeling in post-match interviews. Brian Nussbaum, post-match of your first match, hopefully you had fun. And I think you showed a lot of promise. I think you could probably chalk this one up to a wheel spin that you didn't find quite so desirable. Because to not only be beating the person who beat you out of round one, because round one's kind of the range of fandom. So how you do in round one often shows how good of a player you are. But I think round two probably just wasn't your favorite today.
I agree.
But still beating a player like Joseph, who may not have played Fandom before, but has proven himself to be a good trivia player just in general, to be outplaying him in round one like that, and then to still make it a match by the time round three came around, I think shows a lot of promise. So Brian, how are you feeling about your first match, and are you ready to come back?
I'll answer the second question first. Yes, I'm ready to come back. The first round was actually my best round. I'll say, I missed 2 questions in round one, if not mistaken.
I think it was 3.
Oh, 3. Okay. Not bad. Not bad for me. For round one, but yeah, the round two match spin was a deal breaker. Like if you know it or you don't know it, if you're on Star Trek. But yeah, Joseph did a good job in the Fandom, and I'll come back for sure.
Yeah, awesome. When you do come back, Brian, is there anyone you're hoping to play against?
Probably. Let's go with Maria. I play with her in other leagues. Pierce, ASAD, love playing with her, so I'll play her in Fandom.
Awesome. I think that'd be a fun one, Brian. Congratulations on a great performance. Even if you didn't come out the victor, I think you will soon. And we'll see you next time.
Cool beans.
Joseph Olivas, welcome. You are undefeated in Fandom. Congratulations. Joseph, I think we've seen it happen before. This isn't the first time. We've seen really good general trivia players make their way over to Fandom and do quite well. I think we've seen it with Bill Carriola. I think Andrew Barr is making a name for himself in Fandom. I think a lot of people have been able to do that. Dylan Vantine, our co-host today, has had successes in Fandom. I think there is something to be said about just being in the trivia format, playing in matches and having success in those matches that does transfer from league to league, at least a little bit. And I think we saw that today because you did play very well. Brian may have outscored you in round one, but you were right on his heels. And then you textbook finished out the match. You played your round two very well. You got some key steals, and then you closed it out in round three. How are you feeling about your first Fandom match?
I guess pretty good overall. I fully understand. I got really lucky with that round two spin. Pixar is a category that I had been growing up on for years since I was a kid, so I was happy to see that come up on the wheel. And yeah, round one, I'm kicking myself on those round one questions that I missed. I thought that the Beverly Hills Cop one was too obvious to be California. But anyway, also Light of Zolthar, I keep forgetting Men in Black is Marvel. So that's something that I have to get used to with Fandom, like remembering, oh yeah, this counts as Fandom. Oh yeah, this also does. But having seen previous matches, I am like, I've been interested in seeing how I would do, because there are a couple of questions that I can pull deep cuts out of. So I wanted to test myself, and this was a good test. This was a good test for that. The wheel again was kind to me for this time. It probably won't be in the future, but for a debut, I feel like this was solid.
I'd agree 100%, Joseph. I think you had a great performance, and you will be moving on to play sooner rather than later since you did win your first match. You'll be playing the winner of the other singles debut match that we have here in Act 1. You're either going to be playing Eric Moreno, Brian's teammate, or John Marr, who is also attempting to make the transition from Melee over to Fandom. Do you know anything about either, and do you have a preference?
Well, I've seen Eric do well in a couple of matches, and I've seen John be a horror film aficionado, so I feel like I know what to expect going into either one of those matches. Hopefully, I have enough time to prepare for a match like that, you know? Hopefully, not too soon, but we'll see.
Absolutely. Joseph, congratulations on the win. We will see you back very soon. Thanks again. Dylan, all in all, I think a successful debut match, a good competition between two good players with good futures in the league. Give me your final thoughts.
Yeah, final thoughts again. Joseph, yeah, I know he was chalking it up to luck in round 2. I still think he had to do like well in Pixar to actually like get the win, and at the end of the day, because like Pixar, we've seen some people struggle with that category too. So he did a good job there. Yeah, but good match overall.
Absolutely. Well, thank you to Joseph. Thank you to Brian. Thank you to Dylan. Thank you to Tim for editing this one. And we'll see you all next time with another exciting episode of Stalling While I Find the Outro, Fandom Fights.